A very good evening to all of you, my dear students. I am Manisha Das on behalf of eTuition family. Welcome you all to today's class. So let me remind you that our eTuition family is providing quality education for your better tomorrow. So don't forget to be a part of our family. Okay, my dear kids. So this is the part 5 of our lesson, life process. Okay. So have you revised all those previous classes? I hope you all have revised. So today we will be moving further of this lesson. What we will discuss today? Okay, what we will discuss? We will be discussing about respiration, breathing versus respiration. You might be thinking, ma'am, we were thinking that breathing and respiration are equal, but they are not the same. I will discuss that how they are different from each other. And next we will be discussing about what are the different types of respiration and steps of respiration, and something interesting, that is ghost under a tree. I think all of you have heard about ghost, yes, right? So today I will tell you something interesting, that is ghost under a tree. Look, your reaction might be the same like this emoji because you all are afraid of ghost, yes or no? So just stay tuned and don't skip the video. In the last I will give you a surprise. Okay, so let's get started with today's class. The first point is respiration. Okay, before that you were thinking that breathing and respiration are equal, yes or no? But my dear kids, let me clarify you that breathing is inhaling of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide, yes, but breathing is a part of respiration. Okay, breathing is not completely different from respiration. Breathing is a part of respiration. Respiration means the breakdown of glucose to release energy in living cells is called respiration. Can you recall that I have told you in our body the energy is stored in the form of ATP. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so the glucose is break down and converted into ATP by the process called respiration, because we need energy for doing different kinds of work. Our cells need energy, so our cells acquire the energy in the form of ATP. So the breakdown of glucose to release ATP or release energy in living cell is called as respiration. But breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing is inhaling of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide, yes. Now look, see, we are taking different types of food which is containing proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and they are converted into glucose. After that the glucose is further break down to a simplified one in the form of energy, which is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Clear? So the process of breakdown of glucose to release energy in living cell is respiration, but breathing is inhalation plus exhalation. It means inhaling of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide is called as breathing. Clear? Okay. Now moving to the next is difference between breathing and respiration. Okay. See, breathing is exchange of gases because we are exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, yes or no? But respiration is energy releasing from food because the glucose is broken down into ATP, yes. See, and breathing is a physical process. See, we are taking in the oxygen, giving out the carbon dioxide. Is there any chemical process? Is there any interaction between the chemicals? No, we are taking in the oxygen, giving out the carbon dioxide. It takes place inside the lungs. Okay, so it is a physical process. But respiration, it is a biochemical process because see, the glucose is broken down with the help of certain processes which are biology and mixed with the chemical, means chemistry. See, biomolecules, and they are further broken down. Glucose is further broken down in the form of ATP. So it is a biochemical process and it takes place where, which is the energy giving part of our cell. Yes, mitochondria. Yes, it is the powerhouse of the cell. Yes, mitochondria used to store the energy. It is the powerhouse of the cell. So mitochondria, respiration is taken place where? In the mitochondria. Clear? Let me clarify you again. Breathing is exchange of gases, but respiration is releasing energy from food. Breathing is physical process, but respiration is biochemical process. And breathing takes place in our lungs and respiration takes place where? Powers of the cell, mitochondria. Yes. Now moving to the next. See, types of respiration. Let me clarify you that there are mainly two types of respiration. See, it is of two types. What are they? Aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means presence of air. It means presence of oxygen. When the oxygen is utilized in the respiration, it is called as aerobic respiration, as we take as human, animals and plants. And anaerobic respiration, those who do not require oxygen for their respiration, they are like bacteria and fungi. Okay. So, two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means utilizes oxygen, anaerobic means does not require oxygen. So, steps of respiration. We know that every process has certain steps. See, if you are revising for your lesson, you have certain steps. You will first read, after that you will make notes, after that you will revise. So, like that, respiration has certain steps. Yes? See, in cytoplasm, first step occurs in the cytoplasm. Glucose is how many carbon molecule? It is having 6 carbon molecule. Okay. So in the cytoplasm, glucose will be broken down into 3 carbon molecule, that is called as pyruvate. Okay. So glucose is a 6 carbon molecule and pyruvate is a 3 carbon molecule. Okay. So I have told you that there are two types of respiration, in the presence of oxygen and in the absence of oxygen. Yes. So in the presence of oxygen, it is called as aerobic respiration. In the absence of oxygen, it is called as anaerobic respiration. Yes. So see, first one is, can you look here? It is the absence of oxygen in yeast, that is anaerobic respiration. What happens? So the pyruvate is further converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Okay. So in yeast, those who does the which kind of respiration? Anaerobic respiration. The ethanol, carbon dioxide, energy is released. Okay. But certain cases when we require more energy. Okay. See, when we require more energy, there is a loss, there is a lack of oxygen. The oxygen is not sufficient for our body. So what will happen? It happens in our muscle cells. Okay. When we do certain very heavy physical exercise or heavy running, what will happen? Our muscle cell will need energy. Yes or no? Because we are doing heavy workout, so we need a lot of energy. For that, there is a shortage of oxygen. So what will happen in our muscle cells? The pyruvate will be converted into lactic acid and energy. Have you heard that after doing certain heavy exercise, our muscle are paining? That is called as muscle cramp. Why does it occur? Because the lactic acid get accumulated. They get surrounded. They get stored in the muscles. For that we have pain in our muscle, or it is called as muscle cramps. Okay. So we'll be discussing it in a lot of details, but I am giving you a mind map so that it will be easy for you to recall. So see. So it is a lack of oxygen in our muscle cell. But if the oxygen is there, it will be happening in our mitochondria. Okay. See, the oxygen is present in our mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powers of the cell. So what will happen? The pyruvate will be converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So energy will be stored in our body. Carbon dioxide will be released from our body. Clear? So by this process, glucose is converted into energy. Clear? Let me recall you again. Glucose is a 6 carbon molecule in the cytoplasm. In both aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, the 6 carbon molecule glucose is converted into 3 carbon molecule pyruvate. Okay. So after pyruvate, this is common for aerobic and anaerobic respiration. But after converting into pyruvate, it needs to be converted into certain simpler substances. Okay. So now we have two conditions: presence of oxygen, lack of oxygen. If there is absence of oxygen, as in the anaerobic respiration, what will happen? The pyruvate will be converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Yes? Okay. So see, in our muscle cells, if there will be lack of oxygen, it means oxygen is there but there is a shortage of oxygen. What will happen? It will be converted into 3 carbon molecule, lactic acid and energy, and the accumulation of lactic acid causes certain muscle cramps after heavy exercise. Yes? But if the oxygen is present, what will happen? It will be converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy in our mitochondria, which is called as the Yes, powerhouse of the cell. Now see step 1. We have completed the mind map. Okay, now we'll be discussing about each and every step in lot of details. Okay, so listen carefully. So first step will happen in the cytoplasm. Okay, the liquid portion of the cell. So in the cytoplasm, location is cytoplasm. The first step is the breakdown of glucose, a 6 carbon molecule, into a 3 carbon molecule called as pyruvate. Yes, so the glucose is 6 carbon molecule, it is converted into 3 carbon molecule, which is called as pyruvate. It will happen inside the cytoplasm. Okay. Now see, this process is called as glycolysis because the glucose is broken down. So this process is called as glycolysis and it takes place in the cytoplasm. Next point is, the first step is common for both aerobic and anaerobic organism, which I have already told you. Okay, so again we'll revise this. It happens, see, the step 1, it means breaking down of glucose into, glucose is a 6 carbon molecule, so it will be broken down into 3 carbon molecule, which is called as pyruvate, and it is common for aerobic organism and anaerobic organism, and it will take place in the cytoplasm, and the process is called as glycolysis because glucose is broken down. Clear? Okay. Now moving to the next part is that step 2. But step 2 is different in different organisms. We have studied about 2 types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. So in aerobic organisms, if the oxygen is there, okay, if the oxygen is there, what will happen? It takes place inside the mitochondria. If the oxygen is there, the step 2 will take place inside the mitochondria, which is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Now see, location is mitochondria. So the breakdown of pyruvate means 3 carbon molecule substance, which is, it will be broken down using oxygen, takes place in the mitochondria. The pyruvate is further broken down inside the mitochondria. It is the step 2. So the 3 carbon pyruvate will be broken down to give 3 carbon dioxide molecule and water. Okay, so first step takes place in the cytoplasm. The glucose is converted into 3 carbon molecule pyruvate. Again in the step 2, if in case of aerobic organisms and presence of oxygen, it will take place in the mitochondria. The 3 carbon molecule pyruvate will be converted into 3 carbon dioxide molecule and water. Clear? Okay, moving further is the anaerobic organism. But if there will be shortage of oxygen, what will happen? I told you we have certain muscle pain or muscle cramps. Why does this happen? We will be studying about it. See, it takes place in the muscle cells. When we do heavy exercise or heavy workout, what will happen? Our body needs a lot of energy because we are doing heavy exercise. So there is a lack of oxygen. We face certain shortage of oxygen. So what happens? It occurs in lack of oxygen. When there is lack of oxygen in our muscle cell, the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid. But see, the pyruvate needs to be converted into carbon dioxide and water. But here what is happening? As oxygen is not sufficient, the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid, which is also a 3 carbon molecule. Okay. So what will happen? This builds up lactic acid in our muscles. So the lactic acid gets stored or get accumulated in our muscles during certain activity and causes cramps. So for that reason only we have muscle cramps. So what should we do then? We should take a hot water bath so that the cramps can be avoided. Clear? Okay. Now see, step 2. We have discussed about the aerobic respiration. Now this is the time for anaerobes. It means anaerobic respiration. It takes place in yeast. Okay. What happens? Can you see the beautiful GIF? See, it is bubbling. Yes, it is increasing its volume. How it is increasing? Let us see. See, the pyruvate, because first step is common for both aerobes and anaerobes. Okay. So the step 2 is different in anaerobes because they do not have oxygen. So the pyruvate is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. See, carbon dioxide is released in a very large amount in this process. So this bread dough is bubbling like anything. That's why you have seen that our bread is having small holes. Why? Because there is a lot of carbon dioxide. Clear? This process takes place in yeast during fermentation. So the anaerobic respiration which takes place in the yeast is called as fermentation. You have heard this term before also because fermentation is used in in the production of alcohol and in the bread factory, in bakery. Yes. Okay. Now see, as this process takes place in the absence of air or oxygen, it is called as anaerobic respiration. We already have discussed. If it is in the presence of oxygen, it is aerobic. If it is in the absence of oxygen, it is anaerobic respiration. Clear? Now see, again we will revise. Now we have studied the whole process. First, glucose is 6 carbon molecule, and the breakdown of glucose 6 carbon molecule to a 3 carbon molecule, which is called as pyruvate, will take place where? In the cytoplasm. Okay. After that, the step 2 is different for aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. In anaerobes, it means in anaerobic respiration, as in yeast, what will happen? There is no oxygen, so the pyruvate will be converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and certain energy. Okay. But as in our muscle cells, if we need a lot of energy but there is shortage of oxygen, what will happen? It will be converted into lactic acid and energy. Yes. And next, if there is a presence of oxygen, it will take place in the porous of the cell, which is mitochondria, and carbon dioxide, water and energy will be released. Energy will be stored in the body, carbon dioxide will be released from our body. Clear? Okay. Now see, my dear kids, there are certain, see how respiration helps us. What is the importance of respiration? So what is the importance is that the energy released during cellular respiration is immediately used for synthesize a molecule called ATP, which is used to fuel all the activities in the cell. Can you recall that I have told you that ATP is the energy currency? Yes, because energy is stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So whichever energy is released, they are stored in the form of ATP, and these ATP are used by our cells to do all the activities of our body. Clear? So respiration is very much important because it helps in the release of energy from glucose. Clear? Yes. Now moving ahead is, there are certain points you have to remember. See, can you see this beautiful fish? Yes, it's swimming in the water and opening its mouth and quickly it's closing. Why? I will tell you, just wait. See, in plants, respiration takes place all the time. You may be surprising, ma'am, in the daytime, plants perform photosynthesis. And how can they respire? My dear kids, in daytime, see, plants need very less energy. I have told you, because they do not move from one place to another. Okay, they can prepare their own food, so they do not need much energy. But animals need a lot of energy. So in the daytime, plants are very busy in preparing their food. So during the photosynthesis, they need a lot of carbon dioxide. They also do respiration, but the rate of respiration is quite low. But in the night time, they do not perform photosynthesis. They cannot perform photosynthesis, so they do their respiration in a higher rate to compensate the energy need in the daytime. Clear? So why I have put this beautiful GI of this goldfish? Because aquatic organisms use dissolved oxygen in water to breathe. See, we human beings take up the oxygen from the air. So how do these aquatic organisms take? So they use the oxygen dissolved in the water. Okay. So for that they breathe and they open and close their mouth inside the water because they need oxygen. If we will open and close the mouth inside the water, what will happen? We cannot survive inside the water for a lot of time. Yes, but they can, because they have certain gills which will purify the oxygen. Yes. Okay. So here is the most interesting part is the ghost under a tree. Look. So look at the picture. It is night time. There are a lot of trees. So if you will sit under this tree, what will happen? You might be thinking that, ma'am, ghost will come. My dear kids, this thing is not your problem, because when we were kids, our family used to tell that in the night time ghosts are present near the tree, so don't go there. But in actually what happens, I will tell. See, this tree will tell you, I am breathing only. Because now I told you that in the daytime they were very busy in making their food for us. Yes, but in the night time they need to respire. So if they respire in higher rate, what will happen? They will release carbon dioxide. Okay, so near the tree there will be very concentration of carbon dioxide, but for respiration we need oxygen. Yes or no? If in the night time we will go under a tree, so what will happen? We need oxygen, but there is a lot of carbon dioxide. For that reason we feel suffocated. Yes or no? We feel suffocated. So the people around you will be saying, oh, you were very good before certain time, but now you are feeling breathlessness. Why? We think the ghosts are there which is doing all these things. But my dear kids, there is no ghost. Only the tree is dancing and saying that I am breathing only. If you are frightened, so what I will do? I will not breathe. So there is nothing to worry. The reason why our elders tell you that, because there is a lot of carbon dioxide, so you will feel suffocated if you will go under a tree, or you will sleep under a tree, or you will sit under a tree in the night time. Clear? Clear? So never believe that there is a ghost under a tree. There is, the tree is breathing only. Clear? Okay. So my dear kids, the best part is let your imagination run wild, be creative. Like that we imagine certain thoughts that ghost is under tree, but ghost is not there. We are creative. We discover the fact behind this thing and we realize that there is no ghost, there is the tree breathing only. So there is no need to worry. Always be creative, think differently, and let your imagination go wild. Clear? So my dear kids, this is all about today's class. Don't forget to be a part of our eTuition family and get benefit of our free live classes and enjoy certain stories like this. Thank you.